What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and
Hate,
I
hate,
told you.
hate,
Listen,
hate,
I told you we gonna have to deal with it. We're gonna have to deal
hate.
with it until you get that shit handled, okay? Cause you hate
Girl,
it. We're gonna have to deal with it until you get that shit
Jamar
handled.
4.
And we're here for a new episode of the Prelude. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay, we're here for a brand new episode of the Prelude. Okay, it's been a minute, but we're back. Okay, it ain't like we been anywhere. You know, bitches been in bitches in movies and shit.
uh, Hello.
I mean, bitches in movies. I mean, let's not forget we do boys' night out and all this stuff. So it's not like we've been gone. We just been out doing our own stuff. You know,
Okay.
for the most
Duh.
part. But the prelude is back, bitch. We already talking about the next interview we're gonna do. So the prelude is back. We're gonna get these interviews out back and forth, just like that. Now, before we get into tonight's guest, let me just also say this. Because I really ain't posted nothing about it today. I ain't said shit about it today. But I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and say it here. Today makes 11 years of Scotty by Nature TV being on your screens, bitch. 11 years ago, I posted my very first video on YouTube. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so 11 years of your boy. Okay, 11 years, 11 years, 11 years, honey.
Okay.
Okay, 11 damn years. A long
Praise the
11
Lord.
years. But it took me 10 years to get to where I'm going. Okay, it took us a minute, but we here now. We here. However, now it's time for us to get into the guest of the night. Okay, now this guest is a part of the Chasing reality series, Chasing Dallas. Of course, he's a part of that. He's a Scorpio. He's a stylist. He's sassy. He would get you together. I do not want to be in no argument with him. And you know, he all about his business. So let's bring in Trey Howard. Trey Howard. Trey Howard.
Hey.
Okay, I did
Hi.
not know that you were one of the chosen ones. The Scorpio. I did not know that. What is your birthday?
November 8th.
I'm November 4th,
Oh,
baby.
yeah,
Come
okay. We
on.
coming up. We making our slow approach.
Child.
What are
Bitch,
you,
whatever.
Scotty?
A
Aquarius.
lesser.
Lesser.
You are such a hater, bitch. You know you a
I
hater,
can
but
talk
that's
shit during my season, bitch. I can talk all the shit
Okay.
I want to talk in my season.
I can't wait till your season is up.
Okay, we
Girl,
got
we
a
just
little
started.
longer.
We just
Oof.
started, girl. We
Y'all
got a
got a
good
couple.
month.
Y'all got a couple of weeks. This shit'll be over in a minute. Then after y'all, we go into a real devil season, which is Sagittarius.
That's
They're
true.
worse than y'all.
This is
Terrible.
true.
We'll
This
get
is
there.
Terrible.
these are the facts. But thank you so much, Trey Howard, for coming in and blessing us on our platform.
No, thank you guys for
Um,
having me. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we've given you, your own introduction, but we want to hear from you, who you are, what it is that you do, and something that the audience, an interesting fact about yourself that the audience may not know.
Okay, well, hi to guys who do not know me. My name is Trey Howard. I am a fashion stylist, a content creator, brand influencer, um, something that someone does not know. I can sing. I can sing.
I'm going to put
Oh,
a
I
pin
ain't
in
know
that.
that. I ain't
I'm
know
gonna,
that.
we're gonna put a pin in that
Thanks.
for later on.
Oh Lord.
I'm just gonna put a mental note right there. All right. So, what is it that sort of inspires you to get into the industry of fashion and styling?
I think it was just me not fitting in society. Like in high school, I was very like the weird kid. I had friends and stuff. I was like cheerleader captain and everything, but I never fit in. I never dressed like I was, supposed to. My mom used to like get on me over and over again about wearing just regular clothes and stuff like that. I used to make my own bow ties. I used to create my own stuff. I didn't care what anybody thought. And that just translated to me being an adult, just not really caring about what people think about me when I get dressed.
See, I'm just now getting into that era of my life because I was just like a girl. I can just find something at the H&M and put some cute shit on, some jeans, and call it a day. But now I'm like, I want to give a little razzle dazzle, a little
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
something,
I've always been like that.
a
I
little
always
shimmer, a little something,
I
something
can't
here and
say,
there.
and now it's been updated because I look at pictures back in. I'm like, oh my god, what was I thinking? I used to perm my hair. I was
Ooh.
obsessed with
Same.
pompadours, like the Ricky Ricardo. So I used to take some flat
Ooh.
irons, and I used to have like a man bun. I used to just flip it on over, give me a Fantasia bump. Used to look mess.
Ooh, see the things that we used to do to ourselves in high
Right.
school.
Then I dyed it blonde, and it started falling. Now I was like, oh my god, where is it coming from?
Nothing short of tortured. Because I look back at some of my old pictures and I'm sitting there looking like Rick James, and
Yeah, I could
it's
not believe
not
it.
it's not the tea. It's really not the tea. So what are some of the newer items that you're going to be releasing that's coming out in your line for Styles by Howard? Like, are there some that you just released, and then I noticed some things that you're probably working on to release in early 2022. Let's talk about it.
So I have been working a lot with trying to figure out what should I release, what should I drop. I know a lot of people are doing like merchandise and apparel and stuff now, and I was like, I want something different that says you see when you see you like, okay, Trey Howard had to do that because it just not even doesn't even conform to you know what we usually see. So I'm working on a streetwear line. It's called This Is Not, and it's just basically a play on words for like different obvious things. So I'm creating this jogger, but it's a hoodie, and so you'll be wearing the pants as the arms you would actually put in as a hoodie. You're gonna be wearing those as your pants, legs, and so it's really crazy and just really odd. And so I'm excited, like
I'm gonna have to
finding
see
ways
that
to.
because my mind can't.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
wait,
actually wore it a couple of like way before I even came up with the concept. I had did it and I was like, this is kind of cute, and people went crazy. So I called it the upside down jogger.
because in my mind they look like the MC Hammer pants, like the
Harem
jean.
pants, yes, and I used to love those pants back in the day. I loved them, and so I was like, oh,
I mean, look, I love multi-purpose clothing.
right,
I love multi-purpose
one
clothing.
stop shop.
Okay.
Okay. So, with that being said, what is your end goal in the fashion industry? Like, we know you're a stylist, you got your own stuff popping off and stuff. Like, what is exactly the thing that you're the most looking forward to being in the fashion industry?
I think I would be like I would feel like I've accomplished if I would feel like I've accomplished a lot if I were able to get with a top brand or not even an A list, like a B list, not brand, and they be put me on retainer to do all their creative work. I do work with brands locally in Dallas, hair companies, estheticians, like what is it called, spokesmen, people who are looking for brand image consulting. So I do a lot of that, but I want to work with an actual brand and do campaign work. Like you see Oliver Roosting, who's the creative director for Balmain. He does all their imagery, he puts out all the content to get the consumers to buy. So I want to be in a place where I can say, this is my vision. You walk and you see a Forever 21, or you see and I put the whole visual merchandising aspect of that together, the layout. I think that's really important. It's something I want to do, not just a person, but a whole like brand.
Mm.
Okay, so 5 years from now, where do you see or what do you want Styles by Howard to be?
In the next 5 years, I definitely will be living in LA. I plan on moving to LA pretty soon. So I definitely will be living in LA. I definitely will hope to be having a lot more clientele in the industry. Instead of I do a lot of lifestyle now, so a lot of more high fashion editorials from me, working on just putting out more mature content, because I do want to grow within my style within myself, and I don't want to always be that, oh, he's always odd, I do want to kind of give off that minimalism that sometimes is always dope in a fashion when you see fashion in general. So I see a little cleanup coming my way. I'm working out, I'm in the gym. So I'm just trying to change I feel like by changing my whole aspect of what people think of me now, and I become a whole different person, it's going to open so many different doors.
Mm.
Ooh, you said the gym. That's some shit we need to be
Just
doing.
reinventing myself. constantly.
And I think you can do that as long as you're alive. You can recreate yourself as many times as necessary.
Okay, yeah.
That is true. That's very true. Very true. Okay, so we about to get into your personal business just a little quick,
Okay.
just a
Let
little
me
bit,
take a
just a little
sip of
bit,
the drink.
little bit, just a little bit. Okay.
Okay, look,
So,
he came prepared. I love it.
so your boyfriend is named James, right? This is his name.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
James.
so how did you and James come together? Because I follow you on IG,
Uh-huh.
and I be seeing y'all pictures and stuff, and I be like, oh, look at that bitch. Like, I wish.
I hit the jackpot.
But
I got
for
lucky.
me, I always say, but it's coming. Trust me, it is
Okay, yeah,
coming.
I got lucky. Me and James actually met on, I would like to say, like the set of Chasing Dallas. We were filming.
Mm.
We had I don't know, second season we went off to Houston. It was like the first part of the season. Went off to Houston for Splash. Me and James had to basically
Ooh,
be in the Airbnb
splash.
together, and we just started to talk and talk. I was at that time I was in a relationship, so we didn't do anything that was like unnecessary for my relationship. But after I got back home, me and James got really heavy and started talking a little bit more. Of course, I smashed, and I was like, okay,
Did
this
you
is it.
did you smash while you was in a relationship?
No, I did. Actually, I had got, nobody knows this. I was trying to be a player and try to do both. Have my cake
Not
and eat
be
it
a
too.
player. I can't.
James was not having it.
Well, when I've done that in the past, I was called by this person a
I'm
whore.
not good at it.
Look, if I see a duck, I'm not going to call it a cow.
Well, quack, bitch.
Okay.
I'm glad you're learning to accept it. That is
Quack,
the first
bitch.
step, is acceptance.
It doesn't make me a whore. I just had options at that time. They don't make me a whore.
Tomato, tomato, girl. But
Bitch.
when you say Houston Splash, that brought back memories. I said, "Ooh,
Okay.
child."
That
So
was
what kind
nice.
of memories did it bring back for you, bitch?
Next
Did it
question.
bring you some whorish memories
Um,
back? Since
so
you
that
talk about me, what it brought back?
the light of Christ. Okay. So with your boyfriend, we got to see him kind of gift you one of the best gifts that one can give is an LLC to your business. So
Yes, God.
in that moment, sort of walk us through what your mind was going through as you received something that meant so much to you.
I felt grateful. I felt very grateful to have somebody who listens to me when I talk, and I just be like, okay, I hear you, and actually invest in something and do something for me. I thought it was a great, kind gesture just to show his affection and love to me in that moment. It was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, and then now aftermath, having to do all like the leg work and making sure my taxes is done, making sure that I mail shit right on time. I'm like, woo, now I could have waited now, but I'm happy that he gave it to me because it's teaching me how to run my business.
hmm And I wanted to pull that entire outfit from that particular scene off of your body.
Oh my God, I
Um,
loved it.
I
It was
told
the
that to
pink
everybody. I told
party,
like,
okay?
let me just get the whole fit. Mainly the hat. If I could get nothing else, just give me the
I
hat.
love me a good fedora. Oh my goodness.
So,
I just
just
love
give
me
me
a
the
good
hat.
fedora.
So since we got slowly going into the show, how did you first come across the Chasing Reality brand and get
I
involved?
think I was friends before we kind of had our little dispute. I was friends with King Kane, and I didn't watch season one, but I knew he was a part of season one, and he just kind of kept me in the loop. And then they had basically had castings. I applied, of course. Yeah, as y'all seen, my first introduction season was not good. I felt a little sideways about some of the things happening. So this season, I'm happy with what's going on as far as the show.
As it should. I think everybody's first season, the introduction is kind of like, we
They was
think we
trying
know
to
what we were doing.
right. I didn't think I felt like I knew what was going on because I had watched so much reality TV in my life. I was like, this is gonna be a cakewalk. But when you're in the line of fire and people like the viewers have their own opinion of you, and I was called like an alcoholic, I was called toxic, I was called all these things. I'm like none of the above, like none. And
hmm
so it's just crazy to kind of get a mirror pointed back at you. I did learn a lot about myself. I did learn not to be so quick tempered and not to take everything so close to heart.
Okay. Was Chasing Dallas season 2 or 3 any different than doing the retreat?
Um, I've never filmed so much in one day, I can say. But when I came back from the retreat and we started filming season 3, we filmed a lot in Vegas. So we filmed every hour. I think we had almost maybe like, I remember doing like 4 events in one day. And you know me, I like to change my outfit. So I was running back to the hotel like, oh my God, it's another event. It's another event. And I remember doing that at least twice on the days we were there. So yeah, it wasn't as much different. I wish more people would have came to the retreat. I think it would have been a little bit more fun.
Because it was cut short. Like it was just
It was
starting to get to
cut
the
short.
good,
It was
and
cut
then
short.
the finale. I'm like, what?
Right, episode 2, the finale. I'm like, what?
Okay, so I guess at this point we're gonna get a little bit into the mess. Now that we talking about the show. Now this particular mess really ain't got. I don't think this mess really has anything to do with you. I think you were just there,
Okay.
just to say, you look, I'm here to shoot a scene. But is there anything that we did not see from Reese's lemon squeeze? Because that whole little lemon squeeze was a bit like it was a lot. It was a whole lot.
I think it lasted a long time, and I think what you guys saw was really the truth of what happened. Honestly, everybody that had a problem with Reese vocalized that problem, and he definitely didn't defend himself like he usually did. So it was a bit like confusing. From that to the call with Andario to like a lot of stuff, like just back and forth comments and dragging. It was a lot. I didn't even speak that. I don't think I spoke that scene because it was like if I just say something, I just feel like it's gonna drag even more. So let me just be quiet and let them get what they need to get out. Even then, it took at least about 3 hours.
It was rough to watch.
It was
I
very
wanted to just
rough.
It
watch
really
with my
was.
It
hands.
was crazy. Imagine how I felt sitting there. Like I'm right next to Reese. He every time he gotta say something, he trying to get to me an area to vouch. I'm like, oh no, I don't.
You know what? That is a pet peeve of mine. I hate when people do that. When
Like, I don't know
you
what.
are the one.
Yeah, you.
Don't try to look at me like y'all having
Ain't
back
that
and forth, and
right?
you looking at me like, ain't that? Nope.
And that's what I was getting a
No.
lot of. But I was just like, oh Lord, this is going too. I'm ready to go. I done got too much sweets in me. I need some food for real now.
Do you think that lemon squeeze should have gone a little bit differently? Because I feel like everybody that was there didn't have an issue with anybody that was there. It's like when I was looking at it, I saw Robert there, but it felt as though it didn't make any sense for Robert to be there and Eric wasn't there. Or it didn't make really much sense for you to be there if Dre Simba wasn't there. Or it didn't make like some of y'all really didn't have no issue with nobody. It was just basically the world against Reese at the table. That's pretty much
Well,
what
I
that was.
felt like maybe that was the plan. Only because he made the invitation. So maybe if he wanted those people there, he would have invited them. But I just felt like it started off kind of like on the wrong foot. If you ask me, because of the invitation, everybody kind of like, ooh. Even though my invitation wasn't shady, a majority of the cast was shade. And I feel like if you're gonna, invite somebody to a place to hash out a difference or get what you want to say out their mind, let's not probably start with a shot.
Basically.
I mean, that's true.
I mean,
Now, did you drink the lemonade?
I
That was
did.
there?
You see me pouring it up. I was being Susie Homemaker, making sure everybody had their glasses refilled.
And now, how did that lemonade make you feel?
Like I was watching like what is it called? What is it called? The times, what is it called? The Twilight Zone.
Oh.
Everybody was going like, ugh.
Because when you in the high like energy moments like that, and
Yeah,
you're high,
I'm not a edible. I'm a flower consumer, so I like to indulge in that, and so I always indulge before every scene. So you might see me like my expressions are true to like really because I'm like, what? It's like for me, it's like the news of the century has hit, especially dealing with like the whole sipping cell thing, all that, I swear I was gagged.
Edibles are the devil. I would never do
They
that
are.
again.
I did get one. I was like, oh my god, I do not want to be high again.
Never a fucking again.
Okay,
That bitch
so
right there put me on the first edible, and I would never do it
and
again.
you
It's
felt
so
amazing.
like
No,
get away.
boy,
Feel like
please.
do not
I
want to be high
felt
no more.
sleepy. That's how I felt. I felt sleepy. That's how I felt. Please.
I love how he's called it the flower. That's a new one.
Yeah, I'm a flower type of girl.
See, I can't do it. I have to do too much of the flower to get where I want to go. I just want to
Really?
pop
I get
something and
I do. Yeah, my everybody like most people I know they like rolling like gram blunts. I go, ooh, this too much inside of here right now. Can we take one of these? We can have like 5 blunts with that.
Child. I guess.
Okay, so now we get into your mess.
Okay.
What is the real issue with you and Dre Simba? That's what inquiring minds want to know because we confused. And we really want to know what the real issue is because it's like, okay, we saw that y'all had issues on the retreat.
Right.
Now we come for the next season and you still got issues.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please tell us what the issue is between you and Dre Simba? What is the real issue?
I don't think there is an issue, guys. I thought I told him when I was there at the little meeting that I just didn't like him. I mean, I don't think that there is an explanation. I feel like when you grown, you just can't like you know, I can like not like you, and that could be my reason and my explanation. So I don't think there is an issue. I think Reese brought him along, you know, so that's Reese's problem. And you know, I don't have to babysit or anything, so I don't have to have any scenes. We don't have anything in common. You know, other than, you know, we black and gay, I don't think we have anything in common. So I don't want to befriend him. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to just like not see him.
Okay, so why don't you like Dre Simba? What's the reason behind it? Because
Mm-hmm.
for me, if I
Okay.
don't like somebody, it gotta be a reason as to
Okay.
why I don't fuck with them. So
I
why
need
you
to
don't
fill
fuck
my
with Dre
cup too, bitch. I need to get some of here.
The reason is, in my mind, I've always surrounded myself with people who know what it is to come from a place of where you don't have it all, but you made it possible to bring yourself up or do whatever you need to do to get to a place where you're striving for your dreams or whatever you want to call it. I've never seen a moment from anything, any show, anything that he has brought to the table, maybe because he's never been the main cast member, maybe because he's never been in the camera long enough to say anything like that, but I've never seen him bring up anything that he is doing besides causing negativity or chaos within a ensemble cast. It's always him looking yonder to see what he can do instead of being in the mix and
Not
knowing
yonder.
what to talk about. It's just the cluelessness for me. It's the cluelessness. It's him thinking that just him makes up the show. Like, I think it was like, because I was on here, the show peaked at 25,000. We've done that every episode. We've done that every episode. So you being on here, the fans do like you. He is a great person to be on a reality show. This is for him.
He is.
If anything, this is for him. He should make this a job. He should capitalize off of it. I don't think anything has come from this. But the name in the world of YouTube, you may be, but when you get off of YouTube and it's time to face real life, what do you have to account for? Because you can't just scroll on your phone and say, "Look at this scene when I was doing this." Girl, people gonna be like, "Girl, get out my face! You missed your blessing."
It's the voice for me.
You missed your blessing.
It's the voice for me.
And I've never seen a positive moment in Dylan's life. I've never seen a positive moment.
Did you say Dylan?
That's his name, right?
I don't know.
I think that's his government name.
I cannot confirm that this
I
is
can't.
true.
I know I can. I think that is. So I'm not trying to be messy or anything. I just want to put it out there that I just don't like him. Every moment that I see of him confirms why I don't like him. From being up at late at night at 1 o'clock on TTV for 18 hours to getting up in the morning to get on T-Spiller. It's like, girl, when do you break? When do
Oh
you
my
just
God.
stop to smell the roses and be like, okay, look at what I've done. I have built this. I have done this. This is what I've done. I've been on 18 reality shows, but each reality show, I put out a product. I thought we were supposed to have a do-rag line. I thought we were supposed to have a talk show. I will respect you if you came with something and then try to, read me, but you didn't. So it's hard for me to be like, that was accurate, because it's nothing but talk.
Okay, so basically, let me ask this. Okay, on the retreat, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, there was something said about I think he was just commenting on the show or something like that, and he said something about you, and then I guess you took it personal, and then y'all came head to head. So is that what started it, or you just sincerely just don't like him as a person? Because I'm really trying to understand
I think watching him on different shows, of course, I support G Status. I support all the shows or whatever. And I've probably, offended G Status, which I've apologized for even trying to bring them in a bad light. But I watched the shows and I supported before I was on Chasing or during Chasing. And watched him just like he's watched me. My thing is, I didn't comment because I know that my name and what I say may hold weight because we are all in the same industry and we all kind of do the same thing. So if I say something, it's gonna be like, well, is that true? You may have to think twice because it's something Trey Howard say. Just the same as if Dre Simper said it, you're like, is that true? So his name carries weight. I'm not gonna deny that. So when you come and try to type your little typey, whatever you want to say, in the platform about me, and then make your way to the show, now you got to pay the piper. You got to address me and talk to me about it and come face to face with me, not rant over line, not talk about me online. Talk to me and tell me what you said, and that's what's the problem. You talked about me and said shit about me as a viewer, then came on the show and think it wasn't going to be addressed. It was going to be addressed.
So your whole thing is because you're in the same field that you really shouldn't speak on. Y'all shouldn't be speaking on each other because y'all in the same.
Not even that. That you shouldn't be speaking on. If you decide to, I have to defend myself. I have to talk because I now know that you don't like me or you don't see it for me. And you said a bunch of stuff. I don't make money styling and excuse me. If you get something that people are selling, people are not buying a service. People pay for services all day long. Shout out to the nurses and the doctors and the lawyers. They pay. They don't have a lawyer kit that they give you to fight your battle. They are servicing you as a service
not
provider.
A lawyer kit.
So I am servicing. I mean, they're not out here giving you, first aid kits and say, girl, buy your way. See you at the emergency room. No, they're servicing you because they're a service provider. So there are people who pay for services. May not be people that pay for a stylist, but people pay for stylists. And it's not even that they pay for stylists. They pay for wardrobe consultants. I can go into a bitch home and be like, can you help me figure out what's going on in my closet? That's money. I can go to events. I can do a lot of stuff. So it's not just one thing. I'm not just shopping for clothes and styling, people. I'm in the realm of the industry, being a service provider to people who wants that, caters to. I cater to a certain aesthetic, and maybe he doesn't fit the aesthetic, so he wouldn't know anything about it.
Oh Lord Jesus. Okay.
Well, he said what he said, child. and I live for it. I live.
Let me say this too. Let me make this disclaimer because I know sometimes when we do interviews with people, because
taking camera off. You got to turn your camera off.
Yes, because people will know. All thoughts, feelings, and comments have nothing to do with Scotty by Nature TV or Jamar 84 or the Prelude itself. All comments and feelings and opinions are all Trey Howard, and Trey Howard only has nothing to do with us.
Can I sign at the bottom line?
Thank
Please
you.
do. The document is in your
Please.
email.
Okay,
Please. We are just doing our job and I got nothing to do with me.
Now
Okay.
I'm never one to be the person right there and not give them, like Premier said, give them the accolades. I think he's very entertaining. He's very funny. I feel like in some ways our gestures and stuff are alike, but where we never compare is our work ethic. Now you can say he said a lot of stuff and said allegations and all this and shit, but you can never deny my blatant work, my passion for this, my drive for this, my hunger for what I do, my craft. I have put a lot of work and a lot of time into being who I am, and it didn't just happen overnight. Just like I know everybody else has. So the respect I deserve is what he's trying to and what he's giving me. I don't respect it at all because you at some point you have to say, okay, Trey Howard do be, you ain't got to like what I got on, but you be like, okay, bitch, we done seen about 5 looks per scene now. You got to be doing, but you ain't give me nothing. You're still on this negative little tirade. I can't deal with that.
Okay, so this next question pretty much answers itself because the next question was, what's the status of your relationship with Dre Simba today, and could there ever be a resolve?
No, I feel like if he were to come to any place I'm at, it's fighting. Nothing, because you've done too much. You said too much. And everybody in Dallas wants his head. So it's just clear. I know he's not going to come nowhere. He probably won't come to the reunion. I heard it's a lot of stuff going on. But if you about it, say what you said to T Spiller, to TTB, said sitting on a couch in front of my face. Address it.
Well, we'll be awaiting that particular episode.
He's not safe here.
Baby, he
Robert
said
confided in me. He had people looking for him in Atlanta for speaking on his daughter. Just saying.
Ooh.
Oh God, Jesus.
We're learning a lot tonight.
This is a lot.
We're learning a lot tonight.
I'm just speaking fact.
We're learning quite a bit tonight.
Well, I'm gonna say this because I'm just gonna put it out here because me and Jamar was talking about everybody we interviewing, and Dre Simba is one of the people. So Dre Simba, you have to answer to this when we bring you up here.
When I tell you, he gonna talk about everything he's done besides what he do. He's gonna talk about me. He's gonna talk about everything besides what he do. When y'all ask him to come, ask him to bring a resume. So y'all can see. Maybe y'all can get to the bottom of it. What he do. Ask him his job. Ask him what he's providing to the service of. What does he provide? If I'm a service provider, where's his product? Are you wearing his do-rag right now, Jamar? Is that Dylan's?
It is not.
So it's not Dylan's. Okay.
It is
not. Once again, nothing to do with us. Go ahead, Jamar. Just go ahead.
So, moving from one sort of problematic cast member to a next, from your perspective, what is everyone's issue with Eric James? Because it seems like
that's what I want to know.
Eric. I'll agree with Markel and say he's a little bit misunderstood. Now Eric rode with me in my car to the retreat.
Mm-hmm.
We rode together, and from there he kind of like asked me a bunch of questions. He's very calculated. He wanted me to break down on him so I could cry on his shoulder so he can like confide in me. I said, oh no, we don't do that. We don't plan nothing like that. If I'm gonna cry because I'm sad. I'm not gonna cry and give like big brother type. I don't know you, boy. I let you drive with me, but because I didn't want to drive. So I let you drive so we can get there. So he wanted to like be that, have plans, different things, and just be really calculated. And then when it kind of backfired in his face on the retreat, he was trying to play catch up, and it kind of just led him to do other stuff and say stuff that he shouldn't even talk about. He went on King Kane and said that we jumped Trey Womack and it was whack. I was like, but you don't know anything about that. He came on y'all show and said Robert went to jail. So it's like you keep trying to do like different things to kind of get your name out there, but what it's doing is really making a rift in your relationships with these people on the show. So you're having issues with Reese, you're having issues with Robert. At the ugly sweater party, you called me messy. I don't know if they're gonna show the sit down we had. We had a sit down to kind of like try to fix everything. He had saying allegations that I had Dior and them waiting in the car to jump him. I'm like, are you serious? No, nobody's here. Crazy. He's a little crazy and crazy, like slow, crazy. Not slow, retarded, slow, dingy. Like he don't know when to stop. He they say he, his robot reads are like, just talk natural, son. Just talk natural.
Scotty, I feel like we need to just reiterate that announcement one last time. Do you mind?
All thoughts and comments and opinions have nothing to do with Scotty by Nature TV, nor Jamar 84, nor the Prelude. All thoughts, opinions, and comments are all by Trey Howard and Trey Howard only. Nothing to do with us. Because I don't want nobody coming from me and you about shit.
Like,
okay?
I want y'all hopping in my inbox.
I don't want y'all coming for me about a damn thing. Don't y'all get on TTB and say shit about me.
Defend Eric. It's hard to defend Eric when he is so like steadfast on what he say.
And that's so I hate that because I feel like I'm about one of the 5% of people that really like him. I do like him. I
think Eric is a cool dude. He's very funny. He just has his ways, and he doesn't understand how to maneuver the reality world yet. And I think that was my problem a little bit too. Last season, I was like, oh my God, I want to be equal, and I just didn't know how to get what I want without, causing a rift. But I found out.
Well, I guess this next question, I don't know if you may have kind of gone into it a little bit, but I know that, your gay father Dior has not the fondest perspective of Eric James. And I was wondering, did you inherit those issues from him, or do you sort of have some of your own?
I actually have no issues with Eric. It may seem like I do, but I don't. I just try to be very honest in my true feelings about everything because, I really don't care because this is not like anything to me. It's just like a show that we do for, our enhancement of our, growth as, individuals. So I try to give my honest opinion. I have no issues with Eric. I just wish he would get his foot out of his mouth. Now, Dior, on the other hand, as y'all seen in the trailer, has his own. And I did tell Eric, if you hit Dior, I have to hit you.
My hands are tied.
I just told him, I said, if he hit you, daddy, I got to hit him.
You sound like my friends, Sammy and Devaris, that's in the chat, and you sound like me when it cut down to Jamar.
It's like, oh, I just got like, you had the racket in his face. I'm like, hey, you can't just hit him and me stand right here and be like, oh, stop. No, I have to hit you now. And I invited you, so I was just, so I was like, can you just please leave? Just please leave. It was a bad scene. I was just there to play to tennis and tequilas. That was it.
So we're on episode, I believe we just seen episode 6. I think we have about maybe roughly 3 to 4 episodes left. What can we anticipate to see? I know there's that one last scene of what I want to say it's like a sleepover. And
I don't know how they're going to do it, but I think we may have more than that.
Oh. So we got time.
They gave us a little mini schedule about it, like maybe off period, off week, but I think we're well into maybe December. It's a lot that you guys haven't seen, and I don't think they even covered yet. Like, it's so much stuff that y'all have to like dissect. This season, I think a lot of people are missing out on the small gems of what's being said to kind of make up the end result of what the final decree of what's been going on. Because what's been going on outside of like off camera, I'm like, bitch, y'all need to start filming now. Like, oh my goodness. I think it's gonna be interesting to watch, to say the least.
Well, we'll be tuning in. Okay,
Please do.
So what would you say, or what advice? We'll put it like this: what advice would you give to someone who is wanting to go out and become an entrepreneur. They want to leave their 9 to 5. They want to pursue something, whether it be in fashion or whichever industry that they want to go in, but they want to just start their own business. What advice would you give to that person?
I would give them that you got to go day by day. I think that everybody can tell you different ways on how to get the bag. Everybody can tell you different ways on how to come up, but it's really about what how you stay true to yourself. Never lose what started the drive for this. I think for me, it was me like dropping out of college. Like, damn, I don't know what I'm about to do. Like, I don't want to work, but I have to work. I kind of am lost. All my friends are being lawyers, doctors, and I have a point to prove because I did all this shit in high school where I said I was gonna be something I won most dramatic. Now I can't be working, and not even trying to do anything. So I think that derived from me, and then me just knowing my childhood, knowing where I grew up. People don't know anything about me. A lot of my family, I'm very, close and with the people around me, but people don't know that my mom was on drugs. People don't know that my grandma raised me. People don't know that I took care of my brother and sister for like a month at a motel, not knowing where, because I didn't have anybody's phone number. People don't know this shit. So my survival mode is intact. I will do whatever I need to do to make sure that Traylon is never where he was when he was little. And so I think that once you find that moment, that thing that keeps you grounded, I think after that, it's all about your networking. It's all about stuff that you can control.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's great advice. Actually, I like that a lot.
Yes, that's a great answer.
So, shifting gears only a little bit, what advice would you give to someone who may be trying to audition for another ensemble reality show, similar to Chasing Dallas or just the Chasing Reality brand? Like, how would you give somebody advice on how to kind of go into the season as you're 2 seasons in?
I think know what you want to be. Know what role you want to play. If you want to be messy, then be messy. If you want to be, whatever, be that. But I think knowing your role and knowing how to, maneuver around these things and put stuff out, because a lot of people don't capitalize off when we're filming. When we're doing promo, that's the time to put out all the stuff you need to put out. It's time to do as many interviews, get yourself out there, because when you're on your off season, you're just, getting your feedback from what you've done previously. And I think you got to know you have to have a plan on what you want to put out to the world, because you can't just be out here winging it like Eric, like Dre Simber. Like, they're winging it. They don't know what they're doing. They just hopping on. They saying yes to every opportunity.
Not they winging it, Lord. Take me higher to another place, Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think people can shake people who got confidence and know what they're doing. I'm like, it's hard to kind of like shake people like that. You can say a lot, but it's hard to really get them bothered.
Whew. Well.
I thought I was gonna be over here. I thought I was gonna be nice tonight. I did. I think this is nice.
But see, that's why I always give people a little cocktail. So go ahead and get you a little something to make you free your mind, free your soul. Okay? Because we can't have like the Miss America, Miss Black Universe,
right,
feed the world, feed the hungry.
Good old church answer.
Right.
We'd be like, we hear you, but.
I mean, I didn't even give them type of answers when I did my interview with TTB. I spilled every goddamn thing about me. So
I feel like I don't got nothing to hide. I feel like they even looking up public records, child.
Okay, time for the game. Time for the game. Okay, so here's the thing. When we play this game, it's naming everybody on the cast, and you say your opinion on each person, whether it's one word, one sentence, however you feel about that person, you speak it.
Okay.
On each name. So we're gonna start it off with Dior.
Wisdom.
Ariel.
Hilarious and very passionate about what she does.
Carrie D.
Not easy to understand, but means well.
God bless Carrie. Carrie's so precious. Robert.
About it.
He looked like it too.
About it.
I'm scared asking for an. I'm scared. We scared asking for an interview. He already said Robert. George.
A classy devil, like bitch, a devil in sheep's clothing. I like George, but he is nasty.
George is very, very venomous, but he's very pleasant.
Articulate. I think the articulation kind of eases the blow.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's the sweets for me. Okay.
That's why I be
But
calling him.
bad.
That's why I be calling him Phaedra.
Yeah,
that's why I be calling him Phaedra.
And I like Phaedra. I love Phaedra. So,
bitch, you will one day you will acknowledge that the bitch was funny, entertaining,
Continue with the game. Continue with the game. Continue with the game. This ain't that type of show, bitch.
Back to our guest. Hi, Trey. How you doing? Markel.
Misunderstood.
Reese.
Passionate, but unraveling.
Interesting. Okay. I wouldn't have. I wasn't ready for that one, but okay, I can see that. Eric.
Lunatic. No. Okay, let me do that. Okay, Eric. Calculated.
Huh, okay.
And last but not least, Dre Simber.
Like this drink through.
All right.
Bartender.
Oh my goodness. I cannot.
So now I have to revisit because remember at the beginning of this interview I put a pin in something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna take that pin out. You said you have the ability to sing, yes?
Oh Lord Jesus!
I need an excerpt. I'd give me an Amazing Grace. Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Okay, I'm trying to think of something that's easy to blow. Whoo, geez, I don't know.
We love a good vocale.
Okay, I can do a little. Okay, I can. Now, I Fantasia is the most easiest to do. Okay.
Fantasia's easy.
Easy as far as I know a song.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was gonna say, it's not easy to sing, child.
Oh Lord, I think I gotta breathe for this. I don't know. Please don't laugh at me, y'all.
I listen. We are not the ones to.
I ain't no Carrie D now. Okay. Something now is taking over me. Ooh. Okay, let me start over. Let me start low. Well, how the song go, Lord? I forgot to see. Y'all got me drunk. How does the song start?
That's When I See You, right?
Yeah,
that's When I See You.
How the song start, y'all?
I scribble X and O's in my nose.
That's the second verse, boy.
What's the chorus?
I don't remember the first one. That's the first one that came to my mind. That's the first one that came to my mind.
I was trying to sing, y'all.
I don't know. What is the first one? I don't remember what the first one is.
She said, I put your picture on my mirror and start to blush when somebody says your name.
That's not what I was singing. I was singing the more upbeat part of the song. Okay, let me think. Okay. Let me think of another song because that was horrible. I started on the wrong key. I ain't even got no drink. I started on the wrong key. What's the song I know? I turned my back and find myself out on the line. You could have warned me, but that would have been too kind. I was running for months from the
not the other part.
Giving all kinds of bull. That's a lie. That's a lie. I haven't been feeling that well. Okay.
Please, I've been telling you for months.
Stop excusing yourself. Okay.
And getting fatter all the time.
Been too thin.
Oh my God. Now, before Jamar asks the last question, I'm gonna go to the chat. And one of our very own, the Ghetto View, wanted us to ask you this. Can you ask Trey who is the best and worst dressed from all chasing brands? That's up to you to answer that question.
Am I doing like per franchise or just anybody?
We can do this
Anybody.
per franchise because that's more fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Worst dressed of Dallas has to be Markel. Worst dressed of LA. Oh, wee! I'll give it to Quan. And I like Quan.
Okay.
And the worst dressed of Atlanta. Maybe Cameron.
Oh wow.
No. See that was a but out of them Kendras, if I had to pick, their style is unique to them. I'll say.
You just don't see it. That's
Where my ice? Where my ice?
You just don't see it, and that's fair.
Okay, now who's the best?
Okay, the best of Tracer Dowder.
Don't call your own name.
Okay, Dior.
Okay.
Best of LA. Andre.
Fair.
Mix Andre, and I'll say there was somebody else I liked. No, but just Andre, I guess. And then Atlanta, I like Dominique. I like Lauren. Yeah, Dominique and Lauren.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, the Ghetto View, for that. That was a cute little question. I'm gonna have to put.
Yeah, that was
in the bank. I'm gonna have to keep that one up here.
Yeah, because we didn't even think about that one. We didn't think about that one at all.
Okay, she said her check.
Listen, I ain't mad at it. We appreciate it. We collaborate over here.
Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God.
So at the end of our interviews, we always like to ask the question, like, did you have a good time? Do you feel like we did our jobs as the host? Like, give us your feedback.
I think that this interview was super fun. I got to be myself, really enjoy an interview. Sometimes people come in, and I don't mind the hard questions. I think the hard questions are easier than the, trying to figure out something to say. So I enjoy talking to y'all. I like Scotty. This is my, I think, second time talking to you, Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's the first time talking to you, Jamar, and I think y'all are super dope. Y'all give what needs to be given. Y'all very passionate. Y'all support the show. I know a lot of people on the show that be, giving hell to the reviewers. I love all the reviewers. Anything bad y'all got to say about me, I'm like, oh, okay. I can understand that. I can see where I was wrong right there. Or I can be like, I ain't changing it. So I do love my constructive criticism from y'all. And I just hope that, people that said things about the reviewers before, I hope that they didn't put a bad taste in y'all mouth about the whole franchise, because there are some people that do respect y'all, and that I'm one of them.
Oh yeah, we definitely appreciate it, because sometimes people they try to look down on the reviewers like, oh, they're just the help.
No, I think y'all give the people what ask the questions that they want to know, and then y'all also look like the spokesperson of the franchise, and y'all give us, like, y'all are the people that are entitled to know, because y'all spend the most time looking at us, see us grow, so y'all have the right to question what it is that we are doing, and if we're not doing what's right, and we gotta explain that shit to y'all. So
yeah, because that give us hell, child. Oh, they give us hell. Oh, everything all good till I have to read your ass one time.
If you ain't been talked about it, you ain't doing nothing.
All right, then. Well, I think I can speak for Jamar as well when I say that we have had a great time with you up here.
Yes.
I already knew we would have a good time with you up here. And I haven't reviewed the show in a couple of weeks, but I'll be reviewing it again this week. I've had a lot going on.
I thought y'all was boycotting us for a minute.
No. I wasn't. No, I have had a lot going on over the last few weeks.
Y'all was Rosa Parks and I asked, damn.
No.
Oh, no. No. We were still watching. It's just that, like, after I left Atlanta from visiting, from being with him for his premiere or whatever, I had like a friend passed away. It was
Oh,
a
no.
lot that happened over the last 2 or 3 weeks, so that's why I hadn't really reviewed it.
Okay, that makes
You know
sense.
what I'm
That makes
saying?
sense.
So, but I'll be back to it tomorrow. Trust me, I'll be back.
Yes,
to
we
it
have a
tomorrow.
lot more in store. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the season.
Oh yeah, we'll be here. I'm definitely. I seen like the well from the trailer. There's some things that we haven't seen. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, that's some stuff that it goes down. It goes down. I
I'm
think
ready
I
to
got
see
about
this tennis racket
yeah, I got
situation.
about
That's
3
what I
more
want to
events.
see.
I'm just the event plan over here. I got about 3 more events to show. So
as you should.
and that's okay.
As you should. Now, when I come back, because I visit Houston a lot, because that's where my mom lives.
Mhm.
I might, trickle over to Dallas
Come on and
sometimes.
see us.
So, I would love to, come down and see the
Yes,
girls,
we show
parlay.
we always be out having a good time. Come on and join us for a little hookah bar, anything. We down.
I saw, when was that? Because Dior was here.
Yeah,
Pride?
he was.
And he tapped me on my shoulder, and all I had to see was the dreads up there. I didn't
Okay,
even need to know who you were. He was
I
like,
got his dreads go in different shapes and they do.
I don't know how
Listen,
he does it. It is really anti-gravity. I feel like there's some witchcraft happening there, but it's fine. But yeah, he just said to let him know, so we'll definitely have to reach out to Dior.
yeah. The
Definitely.
last time I was in Dallas was for my birthday, and we got damn near snowed in almost. We
And
had
it
to,
don't ever even snow in Dallas. They're just the devil.
right,
Trying to rain
like
on your parade because it don't never
right,
snow.
like it's normally like a 4 or 5 hour drive, but when it started icing up as we were going home, it turned into a 12-hour drive. So
Ooh,
I just like,
mm.
oh Jesus,
Oh, Father God, I ain't got no time. Girl, bye.
ass was
But
hurting getting out that car.
I would have just stayed there until the ice melted. I just
It was terrible. Never
I am
again.
so sorry.
Never again. Okay.
But I will
But
definitely be in touch. So yeah.
yes, definitely.
most
Go ahead.
definitely.
Go ahead, Scotty.
But that's about it, you guys. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Trey Howe, for being one of our first new interviews. Because we're restarting up our show. So thank you for being one of our first. And we are excited to see the rest of the season. And this was a great interview. So thank you all for watching. Thank Trey for coming up. And we out of here, y'all.
I'm screaming. Hold on, one more thing.
Oh,
What's that?
My voice was not.
oh. Did he go away? He went away.
What the hell?
No way. Because I didn't click him off. So I don't know what happened. But I guess that's it.
I thought he said one more thing. Didn't
He said one more thing. He said my vocals, but he said something about because someone said something about his vocals being unstable in the chat. And he was about to. There he is. Now, what was that?
Oh my God, I'm so drunk, Lord. I meant to say my voice is not. I was trying to get myself back to the chat, but I pressed the X button to leave.
Oh,
Somebody
because I was like, wait a minute. He said one more
Somebody
thing.
said it's a hard no on the vocals. I was saying I know my voice is unstable. I got to go to Carrie. I'm sorry.
Okay, Carrie,
All
take
right,
us
bye,
to
y'all. I'm
church.
sorry.
All right,
baby.
y'all.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. We love you.
And once more, my 11 been here 11 years, bitch. 11 years, bitch. 11
And look,
years.
the camera didn't stutter or lag at all this time. You may have to swap computers with your mama, child.
Bitch, don't be trying me, bitch. Okay, like I told you before we went live, I'm using this motherfucker every time we go live.
The truth is the truth, bitch. You see it. So let's just,
bitch. I don't have time. Okay, that's all I gotta say about that. Okay, any last words before we get up off of here? Because I'm supposed to be watching Queens and doing my review on the come up tonight.
Oh, is that show good?
Queens is the first episode had a lot going on. Only I think it's just because it was the pilot, so they were just showing you they crammed a lot into the first episode. You had to digest a lot. I haven't seen the second episode yet. The second episode came on last night, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. So I said,
and that's on BET?
No, it's on ABC actually. It's on ABC.
Okay. I'm gonna have to find some way to bootleg that. But yeah, I'm gonna
Go to Broken Silence because it's them.
Broken Silence, Mr. World Premiere. One of them got it. One of them.
Long as you
One of them
know.
got it.
But y'all, we
All right,
are
I'm
out of here, y'all. We done for the night. I think we are going back and forth with who the next interview will be. We're saying either George or Markel.
one of the two.
One of the two is gonna be the next one. You know, Jamar be the one that books these people, so you know I ain't got nothing to do with it. But with that being said, y'all, we out of here, y'all. Peace out.
All right.